Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday, September 22nd, 2015. Thanks for tuning in to episode 49 of Cardoodle. This is Jim. Status report on the next cartoon. I plan on having It's Not Christmas out by September 30th. I said I'd have it in September, just barely meeting that deadline, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm extremely excited about it for reasons that I will go over in later blogs. Now note that I said by September 30th, not necessarily on September 30th. I'm gonna post this as soon as it's done. That's how excited I am about it. But for today, I am designing a haunted house for the next episode of Welcome to Boulder Dash to be released in October. Now I looked at a lot of reference images to figure out what exactly this haunted house should look like. And I found that there are certain persistent themes in terms of what Americans think of as a haunted house. And in looking around for these reference images, I ran into an article from Fast Company, and it gave a type of insight into why we consider certain houses to be haunted that I haven't seen before. It had a really different take. Now when you think of a haunted house, certain things come to mind. You know, older homes with a lot of creaks and moans in the floorboards and the windows, cobwebs, old dead trees, but more than likely, especially if you live in the United States, you're thinking of a Victorian era house. And that's where this Fast Company article kind of put things into a really fun and interesting perspective. The article speculates that the image we have in our heads of a particular type of haunted house may actually stem from popular culture. Victorian architecture didn't have any kind of bad reputation until around the 1930s. Artists and designers just didn't like it anymore, calling it things like creepy and dirty, and these opinions were posted in popular magazines. And in the 20th century, architecture got a lot simpler and more streamlined, less ornate. So Victorian architecture and design was thought to be a part of a bygone, dead era, and became associated with decay and death and age. The article goes further into referencing the Addams Family and Alfred Hitchcock as spreading the idea of creepy Victorian mansions, specifically the Bates Mansion from Psycho. And so I thought about this. I didn't know if this was just some simple clickbait article to try to get clicks from horror movie enthusiasts, so then I went to an actual clickbait article, or rather a listicle, from a website called Places You'll See. It's called 38 Real Haunted Houses and the Stories Behind Them. Of the 38, I counted 18 that were built in the 1800s, right when the Victorian style of architecture was in vogue. Several of them that weren't built in the 1800s had Victorian style influences on them. So it's not just our individual minds that make things seem haunted, but the culture at large, which reinforces archetypes of what is and is not scary. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out, and I appreciate it. And as always, do like your mom told you and share. I'll see you wonderful people next Tuesday.